right, did everybody have a chance to get this far and add that file in the concrete folder called EF product repository? Yes? Okay. All right. So the author mentions here, to use this, we need to edit the ninject bindings and replace our mock repository. So look at this. We were using the abstract one before. Now we're telling it to use the concrete one. So in other words, rather than using that data that we just kind of threw in there, we're going to be using, quote, real data, unquote. So the next thing that we should do is to go back in, and in our UI right here, we want to open up that ninject dependency resolver.cs file. That is inside of our web UI. All right, and in our web UI, close a few of these to make it a little easier for you to see. So you want to open up your web UI project, and then you want to, in there under the infrastructure folder, you want to open up the ninject dependency resolver.cs file that's right here. And you first want to add here using sports store domain concrete. All right, so that's the first thing. And notice right now it's grayed out, which means it is not currently being used. So we've got to make changes so that it is used. So go down here, down towards the bottom. This is the thing right here. This is the line. All right. So it says we want to do an add bindings. And in add bindings, we can now take all this stuff that we had in there. That was our temporary data. I'm going to comment that out and replace it with the single line that is shown here on page 177, that being this. So, in fact, we don't even need that much. Just need the one line. So replace what was there with this. And that should be telling it to go out and use our actual data from the EF product repository, which now should be linked up to the database. All right, I'm going to save and try to run it and see if I get the same output as you get in the middle of page 177. Oh, the requested page. Okay. It's interesting. Because the related configuration data for the page is invalid. Well, that ain't a good start. Repository. Yeah, that's correct. All right. If you ran yours, please look up on the screen here, because if you ran yours and you got an error message, this thing that we added, the connection strings, I believe I told you to add it up here, and it must be added where I've got it here. I apologize for that. But when you look here, do it like this. You've got all the right code. We just have to move it around a little bit. You say, well, I ran mine, it works. Good for you. Then I wouldn't change a thing. But when I ran it, I got an error message, and I had to go and dinker around with it to get this. So in other words, this right here, I told you to put this where the current line 7 or 8 is. You've got to put it underneath that. If you try it and you have any kind of problems, please raise your hand, and if people are having problems, I'll just print out my copy of the web.config file. And that brings us to the pagination thing, but I think everybody looks like they're spent, like you've had enough for a day. All right. So rather than trying to cram that into the last half an hour, okay, we will pick it up on the top of page 178 tomorrow. If anybody needs this file, this web.config, just raise your hand and I'll print out copies. All right. Okay. Print out a whole bunch of them as needed. Good thing is it's not a long file. It'll print on one page front and back. Anybody else want to comment on this? If you look here, it's got like these little crow's feet over on the right. That just means the line continues on to the next line. I emailed you all a copy of my web config file, so if that can help you, great. The bad thing is it's an XML file, so it ends up looking really, really funky. Okay. Oh, that's real nice. Yeah. Well, that isn't going to help you any, is it? It's funny because it showed up just fine on my page. Anybody else want a hard copy of that? All right, we will pick it up tomorrow then, like I said. We will pick it up tomorrow on the top of page 178, adding pagination. That'll probably take the first hour to finish this. The other thing I'm going to strive to try to do tomorrow is I told you I would give you like a pre-test on Thursday. I'll see if I can get it done tomorrow, and I'll give you the test. So if you do want to work on it on your own, you'll be able to, and then we will go over it for the last hour of class on Thursday.